Hey guys, welcome to LG Overdrive. This is Season 4, Episode 2. I am your host, Kingsin42. With me today, I have UT75.
How's it going, everyone?
Also with us, we have Dudley Doomer, who's actually live this week.
Hi, Horvat!
And last but not least, we have our brand new Xbox head of media, Bryson66.
What is going on, guys? Bryson6... Oh, no, that's not this kind of show. What's up, guys? Bryson here, co-hosting, joining on. What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me.
All right. Speaking of having you on now as the Xbox head of media, I just want to say congratulations on behalf of the Overdrive team. Why did you choose to be the head of media?
Why did I choose? Well, you know, I did... You know, I'm gonna give everyone the truth here, and that's what I'm about, the truth and honesty. I spoke to Buck and I spoke a bit, and I said, I go, you know, when I first did Access last season, I said my main goal was to squash the very show I'm on right now, and I said, you know, a little competition. You know what I mean? I wanted to say, hey, this is what I can do, and you know, I felt we did a good job, and you know, Dunks said to me this season, he goes, hey, we're gonna keep doing Access, and I said, you know, I'm not feeling it. No thanks. I didn't do it for a little, you know, I didn't have any plans for media, and then Tino's, you know, came up with the idea of a green screen and doing the whole weekly news show, and once that started rolling, I thought, you know what, we need some kind of, you know, constructive group where everything runs together smoothly, and I just felt like it was necessary. It was the time to step up and help out.
I can definitely say that last season, Access killed us.
You know what, though, man? The only reason why we did so well is because you guys... Alright, the shit talk in the beginning was fun. You know, that was cool. I like that drove me to do better. You know what I mean? But like the fact you guys had a show and we had a show, you gotta admit it. You gotta admit it. Competition brings the best out of everybody.
Exactly. Like I know when I used to watch your show a couple seasons ago, you only had like 3 or 4, maybe 5 per season, and like you were keeping up one every week, and you were just posting it the same day we were filming it. It was good.
We had a full schedule because you guys said that statement. We said, okay, fuck these guys, we're gonna do it.
Well, I'm glad to know that even some of the crap that I said somewhat landed. So
it sticks eventually. Once in a while, it'll stick to the wall.
It's hurtful sometimes to listen to the other show talk, and it's just like, damn, they said that about us. Okay, we got to pick it up and do this. All right, next question I have for you is, what are we as media and as the AHL going to expect from you out of like your new role?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, I've done this for a long time as far as shows, articles, everything. You know, even people that have known me for a while, I used to do Game of the Night where I'd highlight a game, and man, it took a lot to do it, but it looked cool. It showed the lineups, but honestly, it took me maybe 10 minutes. And I kind of want to be able to work with everyone, and people like, you know, Fox and... I can't think of everyone that does all the articles, but Mackie I've seen does articles. Everyone does them. You know, I want to see people to put their time to good use rather than just say, I'm going to do this one article. It's going to be 100 paragraphs. I'm going to be burned out and never want to do it again the rest of the season. That's not what people want to look for. People want to see like a couple articles a season, something that's, you know, that they can keep reading and looking forward to, and, you know, just giving a helping hand wherever it can be.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Speaking of like talking about paragraphs and writing a bazillion of them, I remember I did power rankings either last season or the season before, and I was doing them. One week I would do just like power rankings and stuff, and then the next week I would do write-ups, and the write-ups, it's so exhausting going through every team, research.
Right. I did a power ranking, not a power ranking, I think I did playoff matchups, and what was there, 8 matchups to begin playoffs, and I was exhausted. I thought, fuck this, I ain't doing it ever again. Like, it just... You burn out of things when you do too much, so consistency is the main goal, is what we're looking for.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of consistency, what are you expecting from media this season, specifically in the AHL? Because we're AHL, but specifically across Xbox, what are you looking for?
Yeah, but, you know, we may be just the AHL. We may be called the second-tier league as far as talent goes. But at the end of the day, and it's a big reason why I came down here. People say I came to scrub hunt. No, I came down because I love the AHL. In all honesty, the best media is always here. The most passionate guys are here. You know, everyone has a good time. I enjoy doing media for the AHL because everyone's appreciative of it. You do it up there. Sometimes people are assholes. I mean, there's assholes down here, but you know, I don't know. It's just the community's better down here, and I know, you know, it's ever changing. You know, people are coming and going in the AHL, but there's always that vibe that everyone just here is here to have a good time and just, you know, compete.
And that's what you're saying. Like a good example of that, of people wanting to come back to the NHL. You look at guys like Fox, look at guys like Cav, who are up in the NHL, and they're still doing all their writings for the AHL because they love the community so much, and they've been here for so long that they just feel like they could contribute better here than they could up in their league.
Yeah, and you know, I'll be honest. When I owned in the NHL, I'd get on, I'd run my team, get off. Sure, you know, GB's one of my best friends, and we play a lot of games together, but down the AHL, I can't tell you how many people I picked up on my team, and I'm sure you're going to laugh at this one. But, like, Neil's a perfect example. I love Neil. He's one of my favorite people down here. I know the guy's a troll and an ass, but I love playing with him. And, like, he's one of the many examples down here that, like, people I just randomly traded for because he suggested. And, you know, now I play games with him casually. It's not even just LG related.
It's like Malcheski.
Malcheski's a gem. That's my son.
All right. Do you guys have any questions for Bryson?
Well, I don't have a question per se, but I have it's more of a comment than anything. I'm actually kind of relieved to see that someone's actually taking the lead in media, at least down here, because, you know, I've been in these leagues for Lord knows how long. You know, like
as long as you and I have been.
Yeah, I really haven't gone outside much, as I stated in one of my posts, which you pointed out actually for. And it's just nice to see that someone's actually there, going to be able to, I guess, I don't want to say filter, but more keep things going and be there to kind of keep everything in check. Because we had someone, I guess I can crap talk here, I guess. I'm not going to crap talk. But we had someone previously who didn't really help us out in terms of getting things going. I mean, we can do it ourselves, but there wasn't someone there that says, oh, I'm looking at this, maybe you guys should do that, or maybe there's something that you can do here, you know? So now, I don't want to say micromanaging is what I want or what we should have, but it's better to have someone there that can see it from an outside point of view that's not someone from the community that could probably be a troll, you know what I mean? So it's just a little bit something there to kind of be like a guideline, so to speak. So that's nice. Finally, for once, in a long...
Yeah. The big reason for me wanting to do this is that I feel for the first time I have a good surrounding of people that will be able to assist in areas that are needed. For example, the shows, you know, Ring Talk and my show, you know, well, okay, let's take a step back. Access, everyone knows, I did a lot of the graphic work for me, did a lot of the transitions. It looks nice. Same with Weekly News. Tino does a lot of that work. Same thing with Ring Talk. Tino does a lot. I know I have these resources around me. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to transitions, I'm about. But anything else, I can help out. I know the stuff, and that's really what I'm here for. You know, I want to make sure people don't just take the media tag, do one article, and then go take a seat on the bench for the rest of the season. That's not what being part of media is. It's about contributing consistently, and I'm not saying work you like a dog all season long, because when this becomes a job rather than a hobby, that's when it's not fun anymore. So, you know, it's the main goal is collectively get everyone together and make sure everyone's distributing in an evenly pace, and it's enjoyable, and we all come to the one common goal, and it's having the best media we can do.
That's right. And I think the last, from my memory, before Penguin, the last thing I remember in terms of someone being ahead of media was in the VHL.
Yeah.
Now, for those who are watching, if you know how far back that goes, that's a long time. So, you know, not trying to kiss your ass, but it's needed.
Yeah.
Well, it's been 4 or 5 seasons without F5.
Penguin's the man. He's taught me a lot. I know today. I would not know anything. I would not know near as much as I do today if it wasn't without him.
Shout out to Penguin. I hear he's doing pretty well for himself down after what happened to him down in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to see that he's doing well for him and his family. Had him on my team in Tucson. One of the best guys you can possibly find on anything whatsoever. And he deserves any good thing that happens to him, because that is one of the most stand-up people you can possibly find. So shout out to Penguin. Your work is coming to fruition somewhat.
Absolutely. Yeah, I could go on forever with Penguin. God, sorry, man.
When it comes to someone like Tate, he's a media virgin, and I appreciate the the opportunity to be on Overdrive and take part in media. It's nice to have someone at the helm, so just be gentle. Like I said, I am a virgin, so you're going to have to coax me in the direction you want. So
I don't like the way this is going. Be gentle.
Well, you can be gentle with UT. You do have your media experience, guys, down in the CHL at the Doghouse. They're in Season 7. You can go as rough as you want with them.
There you go.
Oh, don't get me started on the Doghouse. Oh, gosh.
As dry as you want, as well.
But I could point out something that Bryson did tell me earlier today. He did say that that Tris did want to have a proactive media director, and he knows that Bryson won't fuck around, and he'll get the shit done. So I think that's going to be a huge thing that we need in media, especially on the Xbox side, because I know the PSN side's pretty strong. So
yeah, the PSN is pretty nice.
So it's nice to have that back over the AHL too, because we've needed it for a while.
Right.
Well, we'll see how it goes. So far, so good. Everything's looking good to start off, and we'll be sure to get. There's gonna be a lot. I have a lot of ideas in store. One of which I'm sure Buck is absolutely thankful for, and all the media guys around the world.
Yes, and we're gonna get to that just in a minute. There, we're gonna move ahead to my segment, which is my second week doing it. It's called From the Point, showcasing defensemen on best points for the week, sniper for the week, most assists, best plus minus, worst plus minus, most hits, and then most takeaways and giveaways. And this is where Bryson comes in. He actually managed to get for the media teams access via Tris to have weekly stats on the website now. So when you click on the stats page, you're no longer going to be shuffling through it for the entire season or preseason or playoffs. You can, as a media team member, you can go and check and have weekly stats. If you want to look at just week 2, you can put it in week 2 and you'll have just the week 2 stats. Just shout out to you, because we've been trying to get Tris to do that for a while, and you got him to do it for us.
Not a problem, man. I can imagine it would take me at least half an hour to figure out lines of the week. I'm sure it would take like 5 minutes now.
Shout out to Notorious, but like when he did Life in the Cage last season, he spent 5-6 hours going through stats and going through it, and like it would take him an hour now.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see him back soon at this point of the season. But until then,
we miss you.
He signed up.
Did he sign up? Good.
See who the lucky dog is that gets him assigned.
Right. Yes.
Wonderful.
Notorious FAT coming soon to your training camp near you.
So moving back to my segment, we have our point machine for the week. So the defensive with the most points happens to be our own Bryson66. He went 3-0 with 10 points this week. So he also was the apple picker for the week with the most assists with 8. And he was also one of the 7 defensemen who tied for sniper of the week with 2 goals on the week. So Bryson racking up all the defense awards this week.
Just making my way to that Eddie Shore, easy peasy.
Playing like Dunks did a couple seasons ago.
Please don't compare me to Dunks, or I'll sign off right now.
All right. So for our best plus minus of the week is going to come from our the top defensive pair in Manitoba. Kubrick and RD Flag had a plus 14, and the worst plus minus was a Toronto Marlies D pair. Not myself, surprisingly.
Yes.
Dude, it's Devin and Osok O. We're minus 11 this week after losing 10-0 at one point against, I believe it was Springfield. So that was a rough game.
Yeah, I had Osaka and Milwaukee, so that makes sense.
The most hits on this week for 2 weeks in a row now is Costa 53 from Hartford. He had 28 this week. He had 41 last week. So he's up to 69 hits already in 2 weeks this season. Guy's on a tear. He's going to go murder someone probably. Most takeaways is Tadawaka from Providence. He had 24 takeaways this week and a plus-6 takeaway giveaway ratio. And most giveaways was Magic 12 from Belleville. Had minus 41 giveaways and was minus 37 in the giveaway takeaway ratio. That's it from the point. We're going to send it to Dudley for his top 10.
Oh, jeez. I think that's the first mistake you made. Oh, man. I have some pizza for you, Horvat, if you want. Good comment, by the way. Well, it's nice to be back live here.
Just let me get him on the line for you there, bud.
No, jeez. No. I'm not going to say I'd rather drink bleach because that's not nice. But, okay. So now that I'm back live and my connection isn't 8, you can actually hear me, so that's nice. So today, the top 10 list is, of course, we do the top 10 list because this is, if you don't know, this is an old David Letterman bit, and since I have no creativity whatsoever, I just took it and made it down. Fun! Today is top 10 things that could happen in AHL media this season. So it's fitting. We talk about Bryce Sand taking the new spot, and we're, doing all this and that and the fourth. So here are top 10 things that could happen in AHL media this season. Ready? Drum roll, please. Okay, stop. All right, here we go. Number 10. We listen to all the community suggestions just to kiss your butts. Okay. Number 9. Our good old friend Down Syndrome Dave needs to shave and become a monk. Number 8. For goodness sake, Buck, stop asking to do a striptease, please. Number 7. Ristolainen needs to become of age so he can start swearing. Number 6. Bryson finds out Dunks betrays him, burns the whole thing to the ground. Fitting that you're here, by the way.
You'd be doing me a favor.
Number 5. The new AHL Bogs make their own show. Nothing ever gets finished.
Shocker there.
Number 4. Faces comes on any media show and tries to make some kind of sense. Fails. Number 3. Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 3. That joke has been banned by the Game Changers and Brody. I just got the notification right now. Oops. Number 2. Dudley writes a joke, gets 1 laugh. And the number 1 thing that could possibly happen in this AHL media this season, Horvat starts his own show. Jokes are forced, just like his passing.
Oh, dude.
Yes! That is some hot fire right there.
Well, hopefully it was able to top what I did last week. If it doesn't, at least hopefully it'll be able to rattle some people up so I have more material for next week. That's my top 10 list. Now go sit in the corner, Buck, and do your job.
Sit in a corner. I did that all week. I don't want to do that anymore. But I will send it over to UT, who likes to sit in the crease, and he'll talk more about goalies.
Awesome. Appreciate it. UT, like I said, let's keep it to the crease. Hopefully you guys can hear me better this time. I guess last time my mic took a complete shit, so see if this is better. Alright, my top creepers this week is none other than A.G. Tomza, the AGM of Colorado. Do I know if he gave himself easier games? No. Probably. Knowing him, you never know. So he went 3-2 in the week with a .900 save percentage and a 1.6 goals against average, posting a 2-0 shutout over the which a shutout in this league with the way EA is impressive. So I give my hats off to him. Number 2 for top keepers this week is Z Blindsey from Northern Tucson. You know, actually Tucson succeed, but sometimes they do well. So he went 4-1 with a .889 save percentage and a nice 1.3 goals against average. So hats off to you, Mr. Blindsey. So I know Kettle is probably happy to hear that. So since Zach never leaves him alone, I guess he has something to talk to Zach about finally. So
I guess the parade's starting in Tucson already.
I guess so. I guess they're tearing down their cactuses and pets out there. So you know. Number 3 star top keeper of the week is none other than Laval's, my backup, which I would guess he'd be the starter now because I did complete crap this week. So Ruthless Vapor, he went 3-1 with a .880 save percentage and a 1.40 goals against average. So, you know, I think he had something like 26 shots against and let one against Tucson. So that's a tough team to beat. So good on you, Ruthless Vapor, and keep up the good work. Maybe you'll have my job soon. So, all right, we're gonna move on to the second segment. Is this week's "It's Never Too Late to Retire" award. The number 1 is X Dreamy from Toronto.
Oh, no.
It wasn't Lady Virginia this time. It was his counterpart. So he went 1-3-1 with a .652 goals against average, or .652 save percentage with 4.6 goals against average, losing one of those games 10-0 to Colorado. So good job. Keep up the good work on that. Going on next is the Senators Belfour 20 He went 3-3 with a .676 save percentage and 3.83 goals against average, losing to none other than San Jose 9-3. So, were you part of that game?
Of course I was. That was.
You let him score 3 though?
What's that?
You let him score 3 goals?
Yeah, you know, gotta. The Make-A-Wish Foundation suggested it. So.
You know, I saw San Jose did that before with someone else, where they let him skate out. So fit in. All right, the final and kind of interesting one. I know, my favorite person, Mackie, is not going to like to hear this, but one of our top keepers from last week, Landemoff, who posted a .879 save percentage, is now on my retire list, posting a 0-3-1 record with a .698 save percentage and 3.91 goals against. He went 5-0 last week, like I said, and went to 0-3-1. So keep up good work. You're in my conference. Make sure that you get some losses so we can catch up here in Laval, because we're right behind you. So
speaking of Mackie and speaking of Landemov, this is a quote from Mackie earlier this week saying, "This is what happens when a forward plays goalie." No, that's what happened when a forward plays goalie.
Yep. Finally, the last thing to my honorable mentions. I'll do 2 honorable mentions. I do have to give Tatar, who is Tatar 21 from Utica, props as well. He went 4-0 this week with an 8.78 with a 1.12 goals against. He wasn't in my top 3, but he was close. So, and then the other one is San Antonio's Avalanche fan, who is 3-1 with a .887 goals against average, posting a 1.75 goals against. So, one of those wins of his was actually against me. He completely just won that game for him 2-1. So, just a little discussion thing is Syracuse. I don't know if you're aware. Syracuse is last in their division. Their goalie, Jay Flukian, was 1-4 this week with a .750, bringing that up from a .644 last week. And X Brown X is 0-4 with a .719 goals or save percentage with a .679 with 4 goals against this week. I mean, what are you guys thinking with Syracuse? Is it their defense? Is it their forwards not scoring? Because they have one person on the roster that is in double digits in scoring at points.
I don't know. That's such a strong team up and down the roster when you look at it on paper, but they're not performing on the ice.
It's not just losses; it's big losses. 6-2 here, 4-2 there, 7-3, things like that. I don't know if it's on the defensive end. Maybe some moves may be made. I'm not a GM. I tried that one season. Probably never again. So
their defense looks a little weak, and when it comes down to it, man, your forwards ain't going to score if they don't get the puck.
Right.
Teams underperform when there's a couple of weak links. Trust me.
Right.
So, I'm sure.
I think you guys were my one win this week or something. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're welcome, by the way. What I was going to say was, though, it's just, there's a lot of good teams out there that can either get saved by their goalie or can just fall apart at the slightest miscue or just the tiniest bit of, different... goodness, my brain is scrambled right now. The smallest weak link, there we go. The weakest, tiniest link on a team that's very strong could lead to a loss.
That would be me on Toronto.
Oh, Buck, why are you so hard on yourself, Buck? Answer me that.
I don't know why you're...
It's like when you say you suck, it's like you're giving yourself hope that you might actually not suck. Okay?
I was in the CHL all last week, so...
Okay, good for you. We'll give you a cookie once you finally stay up here, so...
Oh, man.
Look, Buck, I'm here to make Overdrive better, not your defensive play, buddy.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Still in the ropes.
So, back to you.
All right, now we're going to go into a couple of the touchier subjects so far this season. This one actually happening this week. We had a forfeit situation, a very touchy forfeit situation between Utica and Stockton. And I know, Bryson, you've already touched on this in one of your shows, so I'm going to let you touch on it a little more to start off here.
Well, forfeits are something else. I've had, just like Dudley's had a lot of management experience, there comes a time when you got to call the forfeit. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that guy, but there's a time where you got to look out for the better of your team. And I understand that Genetic was the one running the squad, and I've known Justin way before he even got recognized here. He was on Springfield season 18 with Garrus and I. And, I mean, he's a hell of a dude. He's a really stand-up, nice guy. I don't know how he got acquainted with Mackie. It's really unfortunate, but that's not the story here. He definitely probably was a little bit misunderstanding, had a misunderstanding of the rules, but, you know, once you ask for that, once you allow more than 10 minutes, that forfeit is out the window. It doesn't even, it's null and void at that point, so you're in it for the long haul, and if you have people that need to go, don't give them more than the 10 minutes and tell them you just started, or GG, no re, take the forfeit.
Yeah. So from my understanding was that at 9:39 or whatever, they were giving Stockton 2 more minutes to join the game, and then they were going to call the forfeit at 41 as per the league standard. But they didn't call the forfeit till 45, and then the league says that that's null, as you said, and they have to replay the game. So there's obviously a lot of tension between those two teams. Obviously, you've discussed it more already since you had to record your own show. But you said June's been around for a while, and he posted a thread that got locked almost immediately that had over 1,000 views. Dudley, you're a manager in this standpoint. What would you have done in that situation as well?
Okay, so first of all, let me get back here for a little bit so that I can actually make sense when I speak when I'm about to say this. If I'm on the other end of this, normally what I do before I start a game is usually if I know ahead of time. You see, because the thing is, I know my players well enough to know their habits, to know what's going on, to know what kind of things they do before game time. So, again, this is not an indictment on anyone. It's just a general statement. So, the problem here is that I'm guessing maybe there was a miscommunication. There was a misread in rules, like Bryson said. But what I would have done personally, if I was Genetic, if I needed time, I would let the other team know way ahead of time, honestly. Even if I didn't need the time at that moment, if I know that something may go a little slower than I need to, especially with the rules being so tight, I would give myself that big cushion, okay, to make sure that there's no mistake whatsoever that I need time, okay? Now, if I'm getting close to it and the rules say 9:41, you got to call it, I'm calling it at 9:40. I'm sorry, you know. If I'm able to get my guys in a lobby at a certain period of time, okay, I understand people do different things and whatever. If you're not there in an allotted time on something that you agreed upon, okay, on a commitment that you agreed upon when you started, when you signed this league, if you agreed that, okay, I'm going to come home from work or school or whatever, I'm going to play this game at this time, okay? Now, you know the rules, you know what the deal is, show up, that's it, okay? You're doing something beforehand previously, ask for time, get it done, show up, and that's it. So, if I were me, I would have just waited till 9:40. I wouldn't have given the extra 2 minutes, because then the extra 2 minutes ends up becoming this big gray area, and you wait till 45, and then they're allowed to take however long they want, and you just end up in situations like this. You just have to bring your guys to the thing on time, and then make sure they're ready beforehand. Hope that makes some kind of sense, because Domino's Pizza is rolling right now.
No, it made sense.
Get your guys in on time, okay? Because let's be real. Okay? Let's just be real here, okay? Most of us have time at this time of night. Like right now, currently, as this is being filmed, it's Thursday, March 1st at 9:35 at night. So therefore, we have the time, us who are signed up in the league, if we're available on this date, to do stuff like this. So if we're able to do stuff like this, and you're able to have time later on in your day, you can show up to a game. So in order to avoid all of this stuff, ask for the extra time, stick to the rules, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? Because once you start giving a little more leeway, that's when things start getting, like I said, in a gray area, and then you just end up pissing people off, and then Mackie goes on all these rants and whatever. It ends up turning into him somehow, because he's somehow fun. We could talk about us right now, and then somehow he'll join the chat and say, hey guys, you talking about me? You know that. So yeah, just get your guys ready, do it on time, stick to the rules, and that's it. Okay?
See, think from my standpoint, like I can see it from both sides. I can see why Stockton's pissed because of the whole they're giving time, so they shouldn't be giving a forfeit.
No, absolutely.
But I also see it from Utica's side where yes, they gave time, but they also told them to have their guy ready. And the person that was supposed to be in that game was their GM Axie, who was ECUing in the NHL. And they also had an ECU for the AHL game ready, but they decided to wait that extra time for Axie to come down and play the game, when they should have just played it right away.
There's got to be a gentleman's agreement too. Like we're sitting at week 2. I mean, I get it, Dudley. I'm totally in for the forfeits. I've called them in fucking playoffs. I've actually done it before, and there was an uproar about it.
So let's face it, that's what started the whole retroactive movement.
It did actually, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I have such a routine down when I'm playing games. Is I will sit there, and a team says to me, "Oh, we need till 10 till 9:40. We need the 10 minutes." And it's like 5 of, and I say to my team every single game, you ask anyone I play with, are we taking the forfeit? Right then and there, I'll hear my guys say, I got to go at 10, I've got PSN at 10, I've got to go take my mother to go get her laundry. I don't care what the hell you got to do. At the end of the day, if they have plans, I'm going to say, hey, it's going to be a forfeit, guys. I got to play it. I don't want to use an ECU because of your negligence to your own team.
No, absolutely.
And I see also where June took the forfeit because apparently 3 of his players who work midnight shifts had to go at a specific time. Like, at that point, if you have to take the forfeit, or what? Does Stockton get to take the forfeit against you, or do they have to wait an unlimited amount of time for you to find 3-4 ECUs for that specific game, right?
Domino effect.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing that was mentioned there, too, is you said that they had an ECU on standby, okay? Yep. Now, you have to. Now let's put this in. Let's just take a look at it real quick. I've done this before, where I've had a player get called up to the NHL to play an ECU game, and as infuriating as it is, because the NHL shouldn't. The times are different, but the NHL shouldn't be touching anyone who's in an AHL lineup. But nobody listens to the AHL. What you do is, again, they had the guy on standby. Just throw the guy on standby there. Just have him play instead of trying to. I understand you want to win. Fine, I get it. Even though I don't win many games, I like winning. Winning's fun, But if it means that I get my guys in a game and we get the game going and everybody's done at a certain time, we get that done, sacrifice a little bit of the talent, but we got the game played and we avoided any of that issue. That's better to me than having to wait for someone to come from an NHL game and hurt us back anymore. I'll give you a perfect example of something that actually happened to me this week. Snoopy, my owner, he took my goalie. I think was it on Sunday? It was on Sunday, and their game went into like this whole lag out second period. They got to restart, all that mumbo jumbo. And I'm sitting, and obviously I'm a little upset, but he was the only goalie that was around, and everybody knows Snoopy. Snoopy gets what Snoopy wants, so he's going to get the goalie. And, so there's not really much I could do, So again, not an affront to him. That's just how he is. Everybody knows that. So what did I do? Okay, so it's about 8-something, and he told us beforehand, that he was going to use him. So I said, okay, I'm going to have one of my TC goalies ready. LG has this wonderful thing that I hope a lot of managers use. It's that mass messaging system in the locker room. That damn thing has done wonders for me. I'm telling you, it is amazing. Best ever, none like it. Just the best thing LG's ever had.
And the addition of the group chat on LG as well is pretty crucial.
Perfect. It's perfect. It's wonderful. So I got my guy, Scamper. He's there waiting. And I was going to start the game without my goalie, my number one goalie. I was getting ready to start a big game without him because I don't want to not only hold people. I don't know what the other team's schedule is. Like you said, they may have night shifts. I have a guy who can't play 10:30 games, but still does it anyways. And as soon as the game's over, he runs out the door. So I did that instead of waiting for him to come in, because then we would have had this real messy situation. So it's just one of also, too, just play the guy. Who cares? If it means getting the game and everybody else gets to play, Axie doesn't get to play, I'm sorry. You're in the NHL, tough luck. Yeah. You got a whole full season to go.
So, verdict on this, is that too bad, just play the game next time? Or don't bitch about it?
There's both sides of the argument.
Yeah.
We could go on all night with this.
Alright, so we're going to move on to the last one. It's just a quick one here. Bryson, you've already felt the wrath of this, but the amount of hammers / COC violations that have been continuously on the uprise this season. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to begin on this, to be honest. Go ahead, I've talked too much, UT. Say what you have to say.
Sometimes it's needed. I mean, you have guys coming in from... You have an increasing number of trolls, you know, this year coming up. You have Sergachev from the CHL that likes to poke his head in. Every once in a while, you have a few of the new guys that like to come in. Like to make their presence known, but not in a good way. So I think in some aspects it's good, and in some aspects, you know, sometimes it's a little harsh for the crime, but you know, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think Bryson said it well pre-show, saying that they've opened a whole new can of worms with this.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, it threw me off guard because I haven't seen anything like this in a long time. The last time I remember something like this that was really this bad was, what was it, when the VHL blew up.
Techno has a clit dick.
Yeah.
I was thinking it before you even said it.
I knew exactly what I was talking about.
The Techno.
I love it. You knew exactly what I was talking about. And people don't know what we're talking about. You know, the VHL, a lot of us came from the VHL, and that exploded because the former site administrator, Technologic, as Dark Forsberg likes to say it, Technologic Disrepair, there was a bit of a rift between the mutant members and him because he didn't really give us what we wanted. He gave the whole opportunity to change your name for free. Apparently you have to pay. So the amount of usernames that went to piss off Techno was outstanding, and almost everybody that did it got banned. It was amazing. It was just this. Bryce had mentioned one of the names that was used, and it was big. So that reminds me of that. But to go talk about the community, shut up if you don't have anything worthwhile to say, you know. And I don't want to point out Tucson, but Tucson is kind of, you know, at the head of all this. You know, Danky's not exactly the most, let's just say, sharpest tool in the shed, but the whole team's kind of, you know, stoking the fire a little bit. So if you don't have anything worthwhile to say, don't say it. Okay, we're online. It's a video game. We're just here to have fun. Chirps are fun. Humor's fun. But if you're getting too trolly and too far with it, bye. So
it's where does it stop? What could consist of a COC violation at this point? Because I don't know what Bryson got banned for. I wasn't there when that happened, but I do know today, for example, Luke Force Walker walked in the chat box, literally just said, "I'm gay," and instantly 1 day banned.
We're gonna have to ban you for that one now.
Literally just says that. Okay, 1 day. There was a message passed from Titus to Zero Crash to get it done. So
well, now you can't even say it backwards, so don't even try it. I'm gonna put it in a fractured statement, letters all over the place. See if they can crack the code.
The jumbles are good.
Oh,
it's okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's the internet. You know what I mean? People are gonna say shit to get under your skin. Don't get me wrong. I understand LG wants sponsors, and I totally get it that EA comes in and sees someone yelling, "I'm gay" in the chat box. All right, maybe that's a little too, you know, too
I know
much.
exactly what you're referring to at this point too, because I was in that conversation.
But I mean, it's hard for me to defend the league in this point because I mean, it's no secret. Tino and I love getting under people's skin.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, I gotta, you know, dial it back and be a happy-go-lucky, you know, media head here, but you know, at the end of the day, I don't know. I understand why they're doing it. Some people need to dial it back, but as far as the severity in which they're going about it, like just to name one, my buddy Wanyama, man, I think he said, he said to Zero Crash something along the lines of something about loving dads in that realm, and he gave him 2 months for it. What? Did he grab Danky's pickaxe and stab someone? Like, come on, no. He mentioned a father joke. Like, I don't know.
Oh man, it's getting to that point, right? Where it's just like we don't know what is gonna get us banned anymore. It's like, what can we say that is
walking on thin ice?
Like, shout out to our boy Darcy, who's found out another way to say another one for us, but we're not gonna mention it here.
Oh, that man ever sober?
No.
Oh, God.
Anyways, any shout outs this week, boys?
I do. I want to give a shout out to my AGM, Austin. Every game we lose, it's like he's getting ready to jump off a bridge. Keeps me going, and we've had a lot of that this week. But he's done a very honest day's work, yeoman's effort. Just want to give him a shout out, and I also want to give a shout out to Zero, who said he might have come on but decided to decline. Zero. We're both Ranger fans, and I just wanted to say hello. Shout out to Notorious, of course. This pizza's for you, my man.
Oh, where's the fruit snacks at? Have it rained down in fruit snacks.
Shoot! I got specialty chicken right here if you want some. I'm serious. Look at this.
It better be the buffalo.
No, it's boneless because I'm a wimp. So.
Oh, you gotta send that chicken over to Grandpa Puff. He might be needing it with that 2-month ban that he's serving right now.
Ouch. I want to get last. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Give a quick shout out to all the guys doing media, including you guys. Everyone does a good job. Despite the guys that want to troll you or anybody else, what I say to those guys is do it better or shut your mouth.
Yes, or that.
Or just do it. Period.
Yeah, exactly. The effort is always an A+, and it's always well appreciated to have some kind of media to look forward to watch. And I know it sounds cliche. Shout out to all the managers, making this league what it is, and hopefully we see some guys step up for media, and we'll get a good season of media under our belts. We'll see how it goes.
That's under you, buddy.
I'll give a shout out to our manager. You guys are giving good shout outs. I can talk about the negative route. Shout out to Super Saiyan, the Montreal owner. Thanks for trading away good players from Laval to help your own roster. We appreciate it.
Imagine how shocked I am to hear this news. I'm just devastated right now.
How's that defenseman working out? We still haven't won a game, but thanks for getting away one of our good forwards. We appreciate it over here at Laval. Never now.
I've been away from the NHL for 2 seasons, and Super Saiyan is still Super Saiyan.
By the way, can I hear a story about him, which I thought was Faces.
I have to say bias, so I'll listen and laugh. But
all right, so real quick. So back in season 23, I think it was, it was me, him, Faces. We had the same crew come. It was 2 seasons in a row, and we had acquired Super Saiyan at the trade deadline, and. I like Super Saiyan as a person. He's a nice guy. He's a little crazy, right? He's a good guy. But the one thing about Soup that I love is that he can't take a joke to save his life. So he has that very macho persona. So he's like, yeah, Jim Tan Laundry, Chell Jim's dad, whatever. he's real out about it, right? Okay. So one day I think we had lost a game, and Faces and I out behind the scenes were getting ready to trade him, and we had a really bad game, and we were bagging on him like just hard body karate, and he just couldn't take it. So he said, yeah, Chell Jim Dabs, right? Chell Jim Dabs, right? And we just kept messing with him. I said one statement. I forget what it was, but I said something along the lines of, oh, so what's going to happen next, Super Saiyan? After the harsh insults. He left the chat. Never heard from him again.
He does that. He leaves the party every game after Montreal goes down in the game.
It's great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, boys, thanks for coming on the show, and thank you guys for listening. And we will see you guys next week for the week 3. And peace out.